Stolen valor. It was a soldier calling out an impostor that brought the phrase to prominence. Soon, police and firefighters were calling out frauds as well. Entire channels devoted to shaming one or all three types of phony heroes. There is one that you won't find on any of those channels. The perpetrator does not once claim to be in the military, a policeman, or a firefighter. And yet, there are trace amounts of all three in this stolen valor claim, a claim that may very well be the greatest in modern history. The majority of the media hedged with a "no evidence, it's not true." The ones who rightly called it out for a lie left it at that, a simple mistruth. If you worked opposition research for Jeb, Ted, or Hillary, better scrub that resume, because you overlooked one of the most shameful verbal attacks on America ever.
You know what happened? Everyone who helped clear the rubble, and I was there, and I watched, and I helped a little bit.
This is the stolen valor claim the media focuses on the most. Yes, there's more than one, as well as other falsehoods Trump has uttered over the years.
And I watched in Jersey City, New Jersey, where thousands and thousands of people were cheering as that building was coming down.
Was a lie to inflame rhetoric for political purposes,
And I watched as people jumped, and I watched the second plane come in.
and is just an attention-grabbing lie that, and this is important, is not designed to elicit praise and adoration. The doing something heroic is integral to the unique lie that is stolen valor. Trump Tower, which is where Trump was 4 miles away from the towers. Pretty easy debunking. Let's challenge the cheering New Jersey Muslims and see how likely it is. For the youngsters viewing this, a history lesson on cable coverage post 9/11 is needed. The active threat of another attack seemed all too real. No one had caught on to what the hijackers had been planning. Why wouldn't there be another one from Muslim immigrants hiding in plain sight? As time went on and nothing happened, a new threat emerged. One that would destroy America for good. This had very little traction with anyone other than Fox. In 2008, it became supercharged with a certain someone being elected, and conservative personalities made millions on the resulting xenophobia that they themselves created. So either every single news station ignored the cheering Muslims immediately after 9/11, and the fearmongers decided against cashing in with a book on them during the Sharia panic. Or perhaps Trump lied. Turns out that even if it is a national tragedy, relief efforts still follow the same rules. There is a perimeter. There are trained people following procedures. You can't just walk up and pitch in whenever you feel like. If you want a story of regular New Yorkers stopping what they are doing with no regard for their safety and working in unison to help against evil, I recommend the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. Warning for those who do have a memory of tearfully watching the rescue crews. Stolen valor after the fact, which his helping claim was, diminishes the person. This, however, is a case of stolen valor during the actual valor, which tarnishes the event. The memory of the brave, selfless workers now has the stain of a sick, self-promoting coward. If you don't want to poison your recollection, feel free to take my word that it is the worst stolen valor in living memory. Okay? Ready. Here. We. Go.
To see something that I've never seen before. I have hundreds of men inside working right now, and we're bringing down another 125 in a little while, and they've never done work like this before.
Spoken to any of your men? Do you know how they're reacting to this? Because emotionally, this must be so incredibly difficult.
Well, there are a lot of them, but they've never seen bodies like this. I mean, the bodies all over. The great thing is when they find somebody that's alive, like the 5 firemen that they just found a little while ago. So,
225 of his own workers. This is September 13th, 2001. No mention that he was helping, as he claimed in later years, but he has ever so graciously provided his own workers to help. He's receiving progress reports, but the man in charge of the relief effort was kept out of the loop? 3 Republican conventions, and not one of them had a speaker talking about his generosity in paying their medical bills? 3 Democrat conventions, and no one shaming him for not paying their medical bills? None of the 225 got sick? Okay, fine. Maybe they were in a safe area. Maybe Trump provided proper masks. 6 conventions total, increasing in political animosity each time, resulting in one of the most divided times ever, and not one speaking at any? 225 completely politically neutral. Salt of the earth 9/11 relief workers? First write-in Electoral College winner if they existed. Now that we've dissected the non-actions of fake people, let's look at the actions of real people. Ivanka, in 2020, in the effort to show that Trump was just as empathetic and kind as Biden, didn't think to bring his selfless act up? 10 speeches by his kids, and not one thought to mention that their dad had provided workers for the relief efforts? 3 campaigns, 3 conventions, 12 years nothing but silence. Silence from his kids, from Congress, from conservative personalities, from his supporters. A singular meme is the only acknowledgement from anyone. The cherry on the top of the stolen Valor Sunday. Bush hogging the attention with his "I hear you" speech. Better stage a photo op, looking strong and resolute, so you can remain in the spotlight. September 14th for Bush. Trump's helping out photo? September 17th. Or I could just be reading too much into the timing and am blinded by my hatred for Trump. If you go to the video of him talking at Ground Zero, the overwhelming majority of the comments are Trump supporters claiming that this video proves that he was there, his workers were there, and that the haters now have no comeback. Logic wins out no matter who you have or will vote for. A rock thrown into a lake will make a splash. Drop a Mentos into a Coke, and it'll erupt. Drop one into a Diet Coke, and the geyser will go higher. Action and reaction. The action is bringing down 225 workers to the September 11th cleanup. The reaction? The positive reaction? That's it. Trump's kids, elected conservatives, right-wing media personalities, and his MAGA supporters didn't praise him for it because he hates the spotlight? You like Trump and want to defend him from my categorical debunking? Have at it. Prove me wrong. Contact your representative. Pick a Republican if you're in a blue district. Tweet at his kids. Make a sign honoring his cleanup efforts and hold it up at a rally. Get literally anyone other than himself to publicly support his claim. See if you can't get more elected officials to back up Trump helping out at 9/11 than ones promoting the idea immigrants are eating cats and dogs. Of course, that just drums up support 9 years too late. There is a way you can completely 100% prove this video wrong and Trump a hero. Find one, just one of the 225. Heroes on 9/13/2001, and then all vanished forever. Why isn't it a big mystery? Why doesn't the History Channel have a show devoted to going through all the different theories out there? Where's the low-budget sci-fi channel movie delving into one of the more out-there theories? To paraphrase the man himself, you know the reason, I know the reason, and he knows the reason. If this video gets more than tens of views, and if MAGA come out in force demanding prominent Republican acknowledge Trump, nothing, and I mean nothing, will change. There is a 0.0 chance that J.D. Vance, if asked, will say Donald Trump bringing 225 workers shows the kind of guy he is. No comment. I'm more worried about real problems. That's why no one trusts you guys. That is a gotcha question. These are the answers that his kids and any conservative in the government will respond with if asked why they've remained silent for all these years. If you make a sign in support of his claims and bring it to a rally count on it be taken away, and you being branded a liberal plant. The reason the silence will, with absolute certainty, continue is that no one wants to be associated with the biggest stolen valor lie ever. The sad truth is that we are all associated with it now. Whether it's a future generation learning about the resiliency shown in the aftermath, or your own poignant recollection, the somber pride Americans felt watching the cleanup crew has been infected with the dishonorable falsehoods by a self-glorifying pretender. An apology for his disgraceful conduct will be like those 225 workers, nowhere to be found.